Good morning. I'm meteorologist Jen Harcher. I'm coming to you live from the Dick Goddard Weather Center here in Cleveland, Ohio, with your Northeast Ohio forecast. You look out the window right now. It is definitely cloudy, kind of a gray kind of day. And then we've got a wintry mix that is headed our way. Yes, I know you're seeing on here that winter is arriving. I've switched my coffee mug over to a snowman. It's November here in Northeast Ohio. We knew it was bound to happen, right? I mean, we've been blessed with such warm weather. And yesterday, unfortunately, on Veterans Day, which, by the way, thank you to all our veterans out there, we had a lot of rain. We picked up anywhere from an inch to upwards of over 3 inches in spots. All right, let me get my coffee because this is the second cup. Let's dive in the forecast for you. All right, here's a look at your next 8 hours here. You can see in downtown Cleveland, we've got lots and lots of clouds around. We'll likely have some rain arriving mainly after our lunch hour and for a couple of hours, and it will transition to snow at times. We'll have the on and off scattered snow showers mixing in with that rain. So your weekend forecast, not looking like what we've been used to or more accustomed to the last couple of weekends here in November. We have temperatures hovering right around 40 degrees. Rain mix expected this afternoon to lake snow tonight. So, you know, when we talk about lake effect snow, we're talking about only a small portion of our area. So coming up, I'm going to track it here, let you know who can expect the snow, who could wake up to maybe having to get some of that snow off of the driveway. It's cold. Lake effect snow continues into your Sunday. We've got temperatures generally in the upper 30s. All right, Dina says it's about time. I love winter. See, it is. It's typical here. It's November already. I mean, we're talking about less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. But we are also talking about this weather whiplash. We had that strong cold front push through. It got the remnants of Nicole out of our area. That is now in the Northeast. But again, we picked up several inches from that. In fact, I do have the numbers here. Check out some of these high amounts with your rain report. Columbiana picked up almost 3.5 inches of rain. Just under 3.25 in Shaker Heights. Cortland almost a 3.25. Middlefield 2.8. Rock Creek 2.75. Akron just over 2.5, same with Kirtland. Medina 2.39 inches of rain. So, I mean, we had a lot of rain with that. It is rather soggy out there right now. And again, temperatures a lot colder. We're talking temps at least 20 degrees below where we were this time yesterday. So here's what's going to be smacking us this afternoon. We're talking after our lunch hour. We're already seeing it approach our southwestern communities. Some of this not reaching the ground where it is in Cincinnati, Western Ohio, definitely the rain in Southern Ohio. So I do want to take you hour by hour here. As we head through the afternoon, we'll get the snow and or cold rain as we head through the day. Temperatures at this point mid and upper 30s to upper 30s, right around 40. Again, Futurecast is going to have a hard time depicting between the snow and the rain. We've got the colder air aloft, we've got the warmer air at the surface, and this is where we're going to get that wintry mix. So it'll start to lighten up by around 3, 4 o'clock. At that point, it's just going to be plain old cold, and then we're going to set the stage for some lake effect. Lake effect winds out of the west will likely have just plain old rain near the lakeshore. Remember, our water temperature is still in the low 50s, so those near the lake, it's going to be rather hard to even get any kind of accumulation. When you get into the higher elevations, you know who you are. We're talking mainly for those, I would say, in between 322 and Route 6 out in Geauga County, eastern Cuyahoga County. You can see that band really setting up here during the early morning hours. This is where we can get a couple of inches by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Again, higher elevation snowbelt communities only. Outside of that, it's just going to be cloudy and cold temperatures right around the freezing point when you wake up tomorrow morning. And then as typical lake effect goes, you'll have at times outside of our lake effect communities more sunshine than cloud cover. Northeastern areas, even in the secondary snow belt, we will have scattered lake effect snow throughout the day on Sunday. Little to no accumulation expected out of that. And then we finally wind down the risk of lake effect snow as we head into Sunday night and Monday. But it's going to be a cold start Monday. We've got temperatures upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. All right, so drum roll please. Here's what we're all waiting for, right? Here's your snowfall futurecast. This is what this first batch of the mix. We're not really going to see much in the way of accumulations because our temperatures at the surface are warm, the ground temperature is warm. We're looking at less than a half an inch. There could be a couple areas, you know, on grassy surfaces where we'll have some a quick coating. But for the most part, I mean, once it hits the ground, it's pretty much going to melt. We've got the rain in place or the puddles in place, so we're not talking accumulations with this first batch. It's when it turns over to lake effect and when it gets colder tonight. Bullseye area, you know who you are. You can deal with it. Grew up in Chardon, 2 to 4 inches is absolutely nothing. 4 inches might be a stretch, but there's the potential of it there. And again, the bullseye between 322 and Route 6 in Geauga County. On the periphery of that, 1 to 2 inches possible. Keep in mind the melting factor, and then little to no accumulation with just scattered lake effect snow showers outside of that primary snow belt. All right, so yesterday, I know you probably couldn't tell, but we did hit 60 degrees in the afternoon. It was definitely rainy, but this is going to be the last time we see 60 in a while or feel 60. Our average high 53. So we go from well above average temperatures to actually well below. We're talking 10 to 15 degrees below average. We got that rain snow mix arriving today with temperatures hovering right around 40 degrees. Tonight, that rain snow mix changing over to lake effect snow out in the primary snow belt east. Otherwise, just cloudy and cold. Temperatures right around the freezing point. And then tomorrow, I really don't expect us to get out of the 30s. We've got the lake effect snow continuing the first half of the day. Outside of our snow belt communities, we will have breaks of sun. It's just going to be rather cold. When you factor in that wind, that westerly wind at 10, we'll have wind chill values. It's going to feel more like the mid and upper 20s throughout the day. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm bringing in the wind chill. Renee says, it was very chilly this morning. I needed my gloves. I have, used that as a reminder. I did it this week. I brought out the hats, the gloves, gave them a good wash before the boys put them on, and put away that fall jacket. And we've got the winter coats out. We've got the shell in the winter coat now. Yeah, I mean, it's typical. In fact, look at this. Our temperatures throughout the whole entire week ahead are generally in the upper 30s and low 40s. Overnight lows generally in the upper 20s to low 30s. And our next system that I'm watching, and track is key to this, on Tuesday, we'll likely have a wintry mix once again. Right now it's looking more so afternoon and evening, and then behind that, more lake effect snow expected Tuesday night into Wednesday. So we have a rather active pattern in the week ahead and a colder pattern. By the weekend, I mean, we drop even more. Temperatures low and mid 30s next Saturday. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm sure I'll speak with you again tomorrow. Of course, I always welcome, if you are in the primary snow belt or even outside of the primary snow belt, your reports. I love to get your reports. Let's see if there are areas that pick up that 4 inches in the primary snow belt. If you're one of them, please let me know. Send me a pic. I always love seeing your reports. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'm sure I'll speak with you again tomorrow. Take care.